Hey guys, Paul Estes here with Go Social Agent. Thanks again for joining me for today's Tuesday tip. Today I'm going to be speaking about how to make sure that your social media pages are in compliance with NAR's Code of Ethics. And it's actually a pretty simple thing, but it's also a very important thing for you to know and make sure that your Facebook and your Twitter and other pages where at all possible are within the NAR Code of Ethics. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about there. In Article 12 of the Code of Ethics, we can see here Standard of Practice 12-5. It says, "Realtors shall not advertise nor permit any person employed by or affiliated with them to advertise real estate services or listed property in any medium, example electronically," which would essentially cover your social media marketing, okay, print, radio, television, etc., without disclosing the name of that realtor's firm in a reasonable and readily apparent manner. And obviously I'm talking about your brokerage, the brokerage that you're using. So what that means is that you should not have, let's say for example, on Facebook a business page, or on Twitter a business page for your real estate business that does not readily have your brokerage placed in a readily apparent manner. So let's take a look at some examples of what is acceptable, what's compliant, what's non-compliant. Here's my test realtor page, and if you looked at this, you'd say, oh, okay, looks pretty nice, but this in fact is not compliant because you can see my name, realtor. Obviously I have test page there in my page name, but you wouldn't have that. And then a picture of a house, but there's no brokerage that's displayed anywhere here readily available for me to see that if I were potential customer. Now if we take a look at this, here you can see this page is compliant. I have a brokerage listed, an overlay on top of the cover image, and it's readily displayed. If someone were to come to my business page, they would see Keller Williams displayed as my brokerage. Here's another example. Even though, here's a page with a cover image that, tells essentially what I do, where I'm at, how to contact me, this is not compliant because it's not showing my brokerage anywhere. And here, if I do add in my brokerage, then that's compliant. That's it. It's pretty simple. Now, why do I show the brokerage in my cover image? Well, again, if we go back to the statement or the standards of practice, it says that the firm must be placed in a reasonable and readily apparent manner. And then if you read down, for example, it says it may not be practical to display the brokerage in thumbnails or text messages, etc. So, there really is a little bit of leeway there. But, when it comes down to a Facebook business page, you really have two places where you can display your brokerage. Your cover image, right? Or you can put it in your page name. For example, Paul Estes, Realtor, you could say Fathom Realty. This is where the best practices come in. So I don't typically recommend to clients that they put their brokerage in their page name. Even though you may think that you're going to be with your brokerage for all eternity, the reality is agents change over time. Or let's just say it's your own brokerage. Your page name can change over time. And there are complications, especially with Facebook, if you add your brokerage name to your page name. Okay, this is your page name here. This is your username. Your username is another place where you could put that, of course. But again, anytime you want to change your page name or your username with Facebook, you have to go through a process with them. Furthermore, if you've had your business page verified by Facebook, if you change your page name, sometimes that can cause complications. Sometimes they won't accept a change of the page name if you put your brokerage there and you want to change it to something else. Furthermore, if you've already verified your Facebook business page, it's going to lose that verification if they do change the name. And furthermore, it's just easier to put it into your cover image and display it there. Now, that requires some understanding of how to work with graphics, right? How to create a cover image, how to size things properly, how to work with a color scheme, things like that. And that's where we can help you out with our setup service. We can help you create a custom cover image for you and take care of that. And there's a number of other things that we can do that's a part of that service. So I did want to show that to you briefly, what we offer with our Facebook business page setup service. And by the way, we offer this for Facebook. It's $50. Facebook and Twitter, it's $75. And again, you do need to have compliance on Twitter as well. There's not as many places to put things on Twitter. As a matter of fact, your page name is limited in characters as well as your username on Twitter. So again, best practice, put the Brokerage logo on your cover image. But in this slide here, I'm just going to discuss our Facebook page setup service. We'll help you make sure that you name your page name appropriately, as well as your username, which is your Facebook URL, which is facebook.com/Paul Estes NC, or whatever that is, whatever you want that to be. We'll help you set those things. We'll help you make sure that your pictures are appropriately sized. We'll also make sure that you have a custom, professional looking cover image for your Facebook page. It'll be sized appropriately for Facebook and desktop and also the Facebook mobile app. If you've tried your own hand at creating a cover image, you've probably noticed it might look good on desktop, but it doesn't look good when you get to mobile. We know how to size those things properly, and we also know how to make those things look good. We match the color scheme and try to make it have that brand consistency with your agent website as well. But there's more that we offer with this service. We help you make sure that your links, your call to action links are updated. These are, call now, or, these tabs over here on the left-hand side that will drive people to your website to search for homes, contact me, things like that. We'll make sure that all your information is updated in, the backdrop, the about information of your page, as well as, make sure that you're what's called the preferred audience for your local target demographic, essentially, that, we plug that in, we program that in the back end, so that tells Facebook, I want to show up for people in this area who are interested in real estate and things like that. It's essentially search optimization for your Facebook business page for the Facebook search. We also help you make sure that your Facebook reviews are activated and can be used. We make sure that all the elements are properly emphasized on your page. And last but not least, we help you submit to have your page verified by Facebook. We use a combination of properly naming your page along with your license. You give us a scan of your license, and we work with Facebook to make sure that we get your page verified. What does that mean exactly? Well, having a Facebook business page verified means they'll put a little gray check next to your page name so that it comes up as verified. That just means, hey, this is a real page. Facebook has verified it as a real business. And it does give some authority, but more importantly, it also helps with the search optimization. So Facebook says that if your Facebook page is certified or verified, your page will show up above others that aren't. So that's an important consideration as well. Again, it's $50 for Facebook, one-time fee. It's no commitment. You can sign up on our website. And as I mentioned before, if you want to do Facebook and Twitter, you can do that as well. It's $75, so you'll bundle and save. And from our website, if you go to GoSocialAgent.com, under here where we say, what do we offer, the setup service, you can click sign up. and then it just takes you to a page to choose the right service for you. If you want one or the other, it's $50, or if you want both, it's $75. You come in there and then you fill out your information and you pay for your service, and it's that simple. So I do want to mention that, there's, we can do, as I mentioned before, Facebook and Twitter. It helps with your branding consistency, gets you out there on both platforms. Although we do post to LinkedIn, we don't have a setup service per se for LinkedIn. That's really something that you have to create yourself, because essentially you're going in and putting in your resume, your job history, your education, things like that. And there's not a lot of customization. We can help you set a custom URL or show you how to do that with LinkedIn. Not a problem. And then the banner pictures are not quite equivalent to Facebook and Twitter, where you can put text in there. Typically, the way that LinkedIn has laid it out is it's just better to use an image there. So maybe an image of a home or maybe a skyline. We can kind of help you with that as well, but that's not something, obviously if you sign up for the setup service for both Facebook and Twitter, we can help you adjust those minor things there on LinkedIn as well. I also want to mention to you that even though we call it setup service, it includes creation. If you don't have a Facebook business page or a Twitter, we'll do the creation for you. If you already have them, 99% of what we're going to do is after the creation anyway. It's still our setup service. We'll go in, we'll give your Facebook a facelift, as well as your Twitter. We'll make it look professional, and we'll do all those things that I mentioned to you as well. But more importantly, just make sure that you're in compliance with the NAR Code of Ethics. Make sure that your brokerage is clearly identified there. If you need some help doing that, we have the setup service that we'll be more than happy to do for you. Again, we can turn it around pretty quick, and we're not talking about a large investment. As a matter of fact, I very highly doubt you'll find anyone else who will do it at this price point. All that we do, all the checklist of things, I call it our signature service that we do with your pages. So check it out. It's on GoSocialAgent.com. But at a very bare minimum, make sure that you include your brokerage logo in there somewhere so that it is readily apparent and that you're within that, compliant within those code of ethics. So thanks again for joining. Look forward to seeing you guys next week. If you have any questions for me, please add them in the comments below. I don't get a lot of comments on my Facebook Lives. I would love to have more engagement. Give me a like if you've watched this. If you find that our Tuesday tips are helpful to you, it's very good for me to get some feedback in that regard. Like to hear from you guys if it's helpful. If it's not, then maybe I can try some other different format to give you tips. But really looking forward to getting some engagement, hearing back from you on that. And if there's anything else that I can address for you from a social media marketing standpoint, let me know. Just send us a message or comment below in the comments, and I'll be sure to reply to that. Have a great Tuesday night, and see you guys next week.